welcome back, everyone.
I tell you what, it feels good coming back after a break and not having to do that bit.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm like, I forget everybody's name. I forget what we're doing.
I'm supposed to say all that shit? God damn it. This is becoming worse and worse. I give
I'm just
up.
worried that Scott forgets our real names.
You're telling us.
Yeah. all of us minus Kev have DM'd. What's that, Kevin?
Yeah.
Where's your campaign?
Yeah, Kev.
I've only played the one.
All right, next week, Kevin game. No.
Scott started after you. Scott's first campaign.
Yeah.
Were...
I'm not a creative person, like writing.
Nor am I. I copied everything and stole it.
If you need a project with photography, I'm your man. But I mean, yeah. Anyways,
Scott might have some ideas for.
That sounds like a fun campaign. I can't wait to start.
Yeah, it'd be cool if you could implement like photography into it. Make some weird like.
I'll just make like a Pokemon.
Do like
Snap
some Mario
parody
64
of
type
D&D.
stuff with like the portraits. Right, that'd be cool.
Yeah,
but
that would be pretty cool.
Can I just have you guys
Copyrighted.
like in a dungeon, in one room dungeon?
Well, that's generally how you start something. Yeah, you just have one basic idea and then you
With
expand
no
it.
walls or doors or windows.
You're in a dungeon with
Yeah.
walls.
You're in a room.
I think it's called outside.
Yeah.
There's a puddle on the floor and someone dead. Find out how they were killed.
Or you're in a massive pit.
You're in a box.
What's in the box?
Apparently us.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes sense.
I don't know. I don't think I'd be a good DM.
So Jesse, what are we doing, buddy?
Really, I didn't have much more other than I want to get everyone to the story, like I said. How's your character coming along? How far along are you?
So far I've got my class and race. No,
Nice.
I filled out my my attributes. I filled out my skills already. I've got my bonuses for my race, and I'm getting the ones from my class, which are just natural explorer and favorite enemy. And after that, I just gotta get my equipment and crap, which most of it's already done. So
Cool.
I'll have to pick a background, and I think that's pretty much gonna be it. Other than my, writing a backstory. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Which, whenever, whatever. So I guess the question I have I guess the question I have for all the PCs is how are you, what brings you to the Hog's Face?
I was hit by a car.
Like, why are you here? Kevin, you said you were there already. Are you there drinking? Are you there for the adventure, or you?
He's been traveling and he's decided to stay in this city for the time being.
So you're staying at the Hog's Face? You got a room up there?
Let's say he's been there a couple days already.
Cool. All right. So, I guess we can start with you if you want. Little backstory, little mini adventure.
Sure.
Oh dang, dude, you're gonna get to play some D&D.
Oh boy.
Man, my favorite.
Maybe we should get on Roll20 just for the dice roller at very least.
Well, I have an app on my phone.
Okay. Well, I mean I trust you, I suppose.
I mean, I could just show you.
I rolled a natural 26.
You break the game. You win.
Right.
Round of applause. Everyone cheers.
Yeah,
That's what
I
my
could show
guy
you
says.
if you really needed to see it.
Nah, we're all about trust here. Come on now. I don't trust Jordan. I don't trust Jordan, but no.
But I got plus 20 to all my modifiers.
That stands up. Sounds about right.
Yeah, makes sense.
All right, so you've been staying at the tavern for a little bit. You've been getting to know the place. A couple nights ago, there was a nice bard performing. It's very friendly. You've met a few people that have been really nice to you. It's not too much to stay there. So I mean, you kind of chose the bar at random because you don't really know the town. You asked around a little bit, but you've grown to like it a little bit. Give me a perception roll.
Perceptional? Okay.
Yeah.
That's a D20, right?
That is a D20 plus your perception skill.
So I got an 11.
Okay,
My
so then
perception is I don't get a modifier from perception.
Okay, so as you're drinking at the bar, you know, there's a few tables of people around, and you hear a little bit of a chatter. One of the tables is being a little extra loud, and the bigger guy, there's 3 gentlemen. One's an elf, one's a bigger burly human, and you got a dwarf sitting there, and the human slams his fist on the table, and he's like, "They're gonna pick me! Screw you!" And kind of pushes away from the table, storms off. You that kind of draws your attention, and you hear the other 2 saying, "I'll never pick him. He's too dumb for this." I hear the last adventurers they sent in there died horribly. I mean, no one's heard from him since. It's too dangerous for him.
Can I walk up? Can I roll like an investigation roll to kind of like not interrogate them, but to like ask around? Ask them like what's going on. Like, what are they talking about?
You can just go up and ask them.
Okay, I'll just ask them.
I'm gonna say that's pretty much what you do.
You don't need to
that-
roll
yeah.
that.
Social anxiety roll.
Sure, that'd be a will save. No.
All right, so I'm gonna ask them like, what are you guys talking about? Like, what's all the hubbub over here?
You haven't heard, and one of them slides over to you a piece of parchment. You might have seen him hanging around town, but not really paid attention to it. But it's basically a call to arms to the Hog's Face Tavern, which you're currently in, asking for the strongest, the brightest adventurers, and asking for help.
Okay, this seems like an interesting. I guess would you say it's kind of like a quest?
Yeah, they both kind of look at each other weirdly, and then, nah, yeah, you can say that, but
is there money involved?
there's adventure. There's always money involved.
All right, it sounds like an adventure.
Yeah,
how do I need to go meet up with someone, or
well,
say
if
that I'm
you're
interested?
if you're interested, I'd talk to the bartender.
Alright.
Which you having stayed there for a while, you actually have gotten kind of familiar with the bartender. He's a big burly orc, but
All right.
he's imposing but very friendly. Like the type you picture, he's friendly, but you could tell if things turn to a fight, he can handle his own shit.
So like Maui from Moana.
I haven't seen it, but sure.
Okay.
And his name is Judd the Great.
Judd the Great. Hey,
Yes.
Judd.
Judd the
okay.
Great.
I'm gonna
Can't
walk
treat him
over
like
to-
that. Did you hear how happy Jesse was? He's obviously proud of this character.
Not
I'm gonna walk
really.
over to- So just ignore Judd.
I don't want to talk to him. Does anyone else work here?
Right.
Actually,
Um,
no.
All right.
He runs
so
the place himself.
So I yell over to Judd, like, "Hey, Judd, like, let me buy this table a round of drinks for telling me about this."
Sure
You're
thing.
telling me that there's a bartender.
Yeah.
Sure
And then I
thing.
wa- and then I walk over to the bar. I'm like, "Hey, what's up, Judd?"
I don't have any
going?
money. Don't give him anything.
He's
um,
busy
so-
pouring the drinks for everyone. Did
uh,
you want one as well, sir?
Nah, I'm trying to be sober.
Oh, all right. Yeah.
So I'm hearing there's a call to arms going on. Like, what's
There
what's
is.
that-
We've
what's that
been
situation. What's that situation like?
well, we've been having some trouble lately, and we definitely could use some help. Although I don't know. He kind of looks you up and down. Unfortunately, sir, I don't really know you. The last couple of parties we sent in there haven't come back. I don't know if you can handle yourself. No offense, but I don't know if you
How
can
about
handle
this?
yourself.
If I can find myself a crew, will you at least give me the chance to go there? I'm trying to give you some avenues.
it sounds good to me, I guess. You show me your crew, you've got it, sir.
All right. And
He
then
goes
so I
back to the other table where the guys told me you guys want to join me.
Yeah.
Kevin goes on a completely different quest than the rest of us.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. And they go off, and we don't need the rest of you guys. Thanks for showing
One's
up.
a big hairy Wookiee.
So,
one is a...
so what I guess what I'll do. So, are there? Okay, so I'm about to ask him. Would do you have any ideas where I can find a crew?
Yeah, you're asking.
To further move the plot along, where would a good place to look be?
For a crew. You just
For a
offered
crew.
to get a crew.
I love that you're trying to help Jesse plot like with any plot holes and you just make it worse.
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure you're in the place right now where you would find a crew.
I like it.
I do too.
I appreciate what you're trying to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I do too.
It's what makes D&D great sometimes.
I could be anywhere, my friend. Look around. This great town full of adventurers.
I just yell into the bar. Does there happen to be a professor here?
Scott, you hear? No.
No, there doesn't. Apparently not.
I guess
No.
there is no.
This is far more awkward than it should be. So carry on.
I just love the idea of him
This
just
is
going.
great.
There's just one character walking around the
I'm
tavern just yelling at
Yeah.
stuff.
Any adventurers? Any adventurers? It's like the drunk girl at the end of a party. Like, anyone want to buy me a drink?
Fine. At that moment, I walk into the tavern.
Oh shit!
You just
and,
hear a
and
dude,
sigh.
like, you just hear a guy yelling for a professor.
Yeah, I
you're
guess that
a
was my
guy.
goal. I'm like
Is there a
Batman.
professor? Is there a professor here?
I ignore him and walk straight to the bar, sit down, and ask for a beer.
Judd pours you a beer, tells you it's a couple silver.
Does there happen to be a
Thanks,
level
man.
1 professor in the
Don't
bar?
we need the backstory on how Scott got there?
I walked.
No reason, you're just there.
I sit down and I sigh once again.
Once again.
Obviously, he's looking for a good drink. So he pours you a drink, and yeah.
I start drinking and I throw in my couple of
Yeah.
and I ask him how much it would be for a room for the week.
For the week,
Mm.
be a couple gold.
Couple of gold. And I look
Yeah.
around.
Beep.
I look round and I'm like,
You went
for this
beep.
place.
I said for the week, but what was
A
that?
couple of gold for this place.
Yeah, we're very prestigious here at the Hog's Face. You haven't
I-
heard of us?
I cough a little bit into my beer and it kind of froths up over the top. How about gold for the week?
All right, fine.
For your finest room.
All right. He says okay and hands you a key. You're not sure if it's the finest room or not, but
I'll give you the gold after I've checked out the room.
he tells you it's upstairs, a couple doors on the right.
I carry on drinking my drink.
Fair.
And then I just have a little look around the room and what do I see?
Mind you, this entire time, I've been yelling for a professor.
So I'm still ignoring him.
You apparently still ignore you. A couple people are kind of like get a little upset at you, like, you know, they're just kind of every time you do, they're looking back at you. Scott, when you look around, it's well, I mean, you see the picture. It's fairly homey, fairly warm feeling tavern. Lots of wood on the walls. There's like decorative swords that might have been relics from a time past, or might just be cheap knockoffs. You can't really tell. There's a couple tables of people. One has two people who are kind of talking quietly to each other. The other is the table, the pre-mentioned table with the dwarf and elf still on it. They're enjoying their drinks that they just had bought for them.
I
Like
spin
crazy
back
person.
round and start drinking my drink some more.
Starts drinking his drink some more. Kyle, why don't
say-
you
I say this seems like the kind of tavern where everybody knows your name.
no.
We actually do have the tavern up right now
Hey,
on
hey,
screen.
Ted.
Judd says thank you kindly. We try to have, you know, We try to keep it nice and friendly.
Is there anyone I should be particularly wary about in here? And I kind of point discreetly at Kevin's character walking around. He seems a bit of an odd one.
At this point, I've made eye contact.
I haven't.
No, everyone in here right now is pretty harmless. Harmless. Maybe odd, but not necessarily harmless.
Do you know Brian and Tina? I ask him.
I know lots of Brians and Tinas.
I've been staying with the Wainwrights. I'm a professor in the university. I've been staying with the Wainwrights.
Welcome, Professor.
But they're driving me a bit mad. If I'm honest, I think Tina's been going through my underwear drawer.
I mean, maybe she fancies you.
Well, my favourite Y-fronts have gone missing. And I think Brian thinks I'm trying to hit on Tina.
Doesn't sound like a good situation.
She's not really my type.
Tell you what, and
the tash is a bit off-putting.
He goes, I'll tell you what. He slides over a different key to you. Why don't you take that room instead? Probably a little bit better for you. I feel for you.
I take that key as well.
As well. You don't slide the other one back to him?
No.
All right. Fair enough. Kyle, how are you getting to the bar? What's your draw to the tavern?
I guess I saw the flyers that were. I'm guessing the flyers were like posted like around town a bit as well.
Yeah, pretty much everywhere. You know, not like posted up all over every single like a big movie's coming out or anything.
Right.
But, you know, almost more like a Lost Kitten type of on a couple flagpoles.
Yeah, I'll walk into the bar with one of the flyers in my hand and be like, well, guess this is the spot. And I just sit down at a table.
Welcome to Hog's Face, sir. How can I help you?
I'll take a glass of ale to start with.
Sure thing. Walks off back to the bar, starts pouring it. Kevin, you still walking around yelling for a professor?
How about while I'm yelling for a professor, I sneak a glance at the poster in front of Kyle's character.
Give me
while he's yelling, I walk up the stairs to check out the rooms.
Okay. The first one he gave to you was fairly shitty. I mean, you know, you could tell hasn't been cleaned in a while, and the second one is pretty nice. It's a decent room. It'll get you by. You know, a nice clean bed. No like bugs or anything.
Can I see if any of the other doors are open on my walk round?
No, they're all closed.
Okay.
Most of them, they all have the like an automatic cozy thingy.
Okay.
Not like, you know, just like a little. Yeah, exactly. It's like you're in a spaceship.
Starship Enterprise.
You're actually in the Blue Sierra. No.
Okay.
I'm glad you guys remember the name of the ship because I didn't.
Actually, no. We talked about that last night. I completely forgot it.
I head back downstairs.
All right.
You said you wanted to make me a roll.
Roll a perception.
Perception? All right.
Yeah.
You find Scott for the 8th time.
Yeah.
I got a 16.
All right. You can clearly see the paper in front of him. You
right.
definitely tell that it's a flyer.
All right.
It's the same one that you saw.
I look around the room trying to see someone who looks a bit lost.
You see Kevin, who looks very lost. He's the type. You ever seen at a bar someone who's like, you could tell they're looking for someone to like talk to, but they can't just like go up to the person and talk, so they're just kind of like hovering around.
I haven't seen that person because that person's
It feels most familiar. I can relate to this character you're speaking of.
That's what's going on right now. With an occasional, is there a professor here?
Do I spot Kevin's character trying to read the leaflet?
You see him catch a peek, like over, you know, he wasn't hiding it
Okay.
all that well.
I'm just imagining myself or my character doing like the small or what was it from Blades of Glory or not? No, from Derek Zoolander.
Which
You
one
know
loves
what I'm talking
Zoolander?
about when he whips it back. And he just makes that face look peeking towards the poster, and that's the
Oh,
face.
blue steel.
Blue steel, yeah.
Yeah,
And that's the face you catch me on when you look over.
you see that.
Okay. So as I'm doing this blue steel still, I walk over to Kyle's character and sit at the stool adjacent to him.
And to steal a certain trait from another character in one of our other campaigns, I'd like to lean on a wall nearby and listen.
Yeah.
All right,
That's
now
right.
are you just standing there? Are you trying to be?
I'm stealthing the fact. It's not that I don't want to be seen. It's just that I don't want to be noticed that I'm listening.
Okay, give me what would that be?
Stealth.
I guess.
Yeah.
Give me a stealth roll.
Oh, this is not a great start.
It's a perfect start.
4.
Nice.
I do believe both of your characters' passive perception is more than 4.
Okay.
So both of you notice Sorran kind of hovering around the table. Kyle, this poor lost puppy dog of a man, has sat down at your table and engaged you.
Okay.
I don't know.
So has Sorran finished his drink at this point?
No, I'm still drinking.
Oh no, you're wait, Kyle, have you said your character's name yet?
Not in game.
Okay.
Yeah, not in game yet.
So how full is your ale glass so far?
He just got it.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Yeah,
another round. Okay, so
Judd just grunts and starts pouring it.
So I just throw the coins over to him, and I throw him the money from the other table.
Takes it. He puts the drink down in front of Kyle, and as he's away, gives Scott gives you a look like, kind of rolls his eyes a little bit. Not really, but you know.
All right. So, are you a traveler? What brings you to this bar?
I'm just gonna ignore him at first and just continue drinking, looking at the poster.
I've got a room upstairs.
At that point, I turn around and sit at the table with them, and I look at both of them and I say, "Are you two looking for a room?" This
and
room
then I
is
counter
yours.
his question: "Are you a professor?"
Yes. Was it the leather elbow pads? And then I say, "You can have this room for 2 gold." And I slide the slightly shitty room key across the table.
You're offering me the.
Anyone, I look more at Kyle and I'm like, it looks like you're new here.
Let's see, how do you have a room here?
I assume you need a room.
Jesse, is there any other empty tables?
Yeah,
So
there are.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and go to another empty table. I'm gonna leave my second ale that came to me at the table and take my first one that I've been drinking.
And then
I
just
do
look
not
at.
blame you.
So I guess I look at Sorran like, "Do you want a beer?"
I extend my hand and say, "I am Professor Dick Pound. It's a pleasure to meet you."
So Apollo also does the same exact thing I did, where he kind of laughs in disbelief. But then he composes himself and says, "I'm Apollo. You don't need to know my last name. That's my business."
You don't seem as fabulous as I thought he was going to be.
I'm Apollo.
Remember, I'm
You
just
don't
a
need to
guy.
know my last name.
I'm just a guy.
I wasn't that interested, to be fair, but it's nice to meet you, Apollo. Are you new here?
I actually just got into the town about 3 days ago.
Okay. What brought you here?
Just looking for adventure. You know how it is, us guys.
Not really. I'm a professor.
Are you down to go on an adventure, Professor?
I pick up my beer. I pick up my beer and I head to the table that Kyle
I've been saying the same
sat at.
question to him for years.
Now, Scott, here's the real question: did you leave him your room key?
I did.
So now
Table.
he's going on it. He thinks he's going on an adventure.
Yeah. And then I sit down at Kyle's table.
Kyle, he sits down at
Weirdos
your
are
table.
following him.
I don't say a word. I just sit there.
Yeah. I heave a big sigh. And then that's it.
And so do I.
Apollo, failing at making new friends, goes to the fireplace to warm himself.
To kill himself.
Yeah, I will say for
feel
the
quite toasty.
audience,
I'm quite toasty.
my charisma is 8, so I'm not that much of a people person,
Oh man, yeah.
which is why I left the table.
Your charisma's like 1 more than me, or less than mine.
I continue just to stare.
I'm
into
very
the-
charismatic for a not very charismatic person. So where do we go from here?
Just God, you said
Oh,
your
I'm just
character is
sitting in
just.
silence. I'm
God,
just
you said
staring
your
into my
character is
beer.
just staring at me.
Yeah, no, staring into my beer.
Okay.
I do kind of give a little look up just to see if he's moved in any way, shape, or form.
At
Still
that
just-
moment,
Then they make out.
they make out.
And then
No.
I ask him if he's ready to go on an adventure.
At that moment, the door barges open.
Barges.
Yeah, like heavier than just normal someone walking in. It's almost like someone kind of stumbled into the door, pushed a little too hard, and just kind of bangs a little bit. And you see a guy, obviously drunk, stumbles towards the bar. Judd kind of rolls his eyes but starts pouring a drink.
Can I make a perception check on this dude? I don't want to go up to him because he seems scary.
What are you trying to do? An ocular pat down?
Yes.
Good job, you made a character that spooked him.
No. What are you trying to find out?
Or like
What-
a history.
What do you mean?
checking. Like what? Based on his appearance, is it obvious like what he like his occupation or like what kind of things he's done?
Okay. He seems to have on armor. A good leather armor in the town guards colors. So it looks like he either works for the guards or is affiliated with them. As he stumbles his way to the bar, Kyle, he kind of shoulder checks your chair. Not necessarily intentionally, but still with force. Doesn't really
What a dickhead.
doesn't really mumble an apology or anything.
I look up. Apology would be nice.
At that point,
What?
can I check? At that point, can I check? Is my beer more or less full than Kyle's?
It's
It's-
probably less because I just got mine. Unless
Yeah, you're still on the same first one, right, Scott?
I'm gonna try and swap them round.
Apollo forgot his beer at the bar.
You could just grab Kyle's other one from the table.
No, I'm trying to swap.
Um,
I'm trying to swap them round.
Yeah,
There's
give
a
me,
full beer on the table.
give me
Sleight
a
of hand, yeah.
sleight of hand. Yeah, that's
23.
Jesus.
Kyle suddenly.
hang on, I need to make a perception check to beat it. Can I beat that?
That's a tough roll.
Actually, there's
Yeah.
no way I can beat that, even with a
Oh,
20.
No, you can nat 20.
Nat 20 would do it.
Yeah.
Still no. Technically, no.
Yeah, but a nat 20 is an
Nat-
incredible feat.
Yeah, nat 20 it's game breaking. You can.
Well, it depends on the DM because
Which is
a
just
nat 20 in
Jesse.
dealing damage is a critical hit. A nat 20 in most other things, it's up to the DM if it counts as being over and above or just counts as a regular number.
I think
Yeah,
we've already
Jesse, it's up
decided
to
on
him.
the outcome of this.
I just roll. Try and get a 20.
Watch I'll try and get a 20.
If you get a 20, I'll be happy.
Get a 20, you'll sock a Sorran in the face.
A 19. How close is that?
Oh man. Ow.
Wow. So with my modifier, I did get a 20.
With the modifier, but
Yeah.
you needed a natural. Still, you're too focused on the drunkard who knocked into you to notice that your beer got a little smaller. And Jed, I mean Sorran, your beer is you have a nice fresh beer. Yeah.
Tasty.
It's a bitter red. Tasty. So yeah. So I'm sorry.
It's probably a
what did
bit
you say?
warm.
Oh,
You pee
probably.
in it.
Yeah.
No, my own body temperature is hotter than most other creatures.
Oh.
Sleight
Yeah.
of hand roll the pee in his cup. No.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
So what did you say to the drunkard when he smacked into you?
Sounds like
Said
a
an
bad
apology
joke.
would be nice.
Yeah, he should apologize. Judd, it's like you can't do this again. To the gentleman, to the guy.
Right. So this guy causes trouble around the bar.
He's a regular. Sometime to excess.
Sorry, I'm waiting for somebody to engage him.
So once
Okay.
again,
So,
kind sir, I will ask for an apology.
He swirls around. By now he has a drink, and as he kind of turns quickly to, he splashes a little bit on you. For what?
Well, for bumping into me, of course, you jackass.
Well, you shouldn't have been
I
sitting
appreciate
there.
that.
Good.
that's a highlight.
I like Kyle's character already. Yeah.
Maybe, and it's also, you should watch where you're going. I was sitting, not moving at all, and you bumped into me.
I'll
That's very
have
rude.
you know, I'm one of the town guards. I can have you arrested right now. You talk back to a guard?
I look at the
Okay.
bar owner
He's got
for.
his finger in your
yeah.
face too.
I look at the bar
Can I-
owner for an acknowledgement.
He just kind of hangs his head a little bit.
Can I try to sneak up?
Can
on
I
him and
deduce
like,
if he is a guard or not from the bartender?
He's a guard. He's wearing the garb of the town. I mean, even
Okay.
if it's your first day in town, you know, you had to pass through the checkpoint.
Yeah, I would recognize the garb clothes and stuff.
Exactly, you could tell. If he's not a guard, it's like the type of thing where, you know, in southern U.S., the people who wear the army clothes to pretend they're a part of the army, he
Yeah.
has the outfit. So either he's a guard or is very well pretending he's a guard.
Okay, if he wasn't a guard, he'd be dead.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
His finger is still in your face, wiggling around. What were you saying, Kevin? You asked a question. Sorry.
I wanted to. Can I try to? I want to sneak around the tavern, just kind of like to a darker spot, in case something does go down. Just because I can sense kind of there's tension in the bar.
All right,
if
give me a stealth roll.
Stealth roll. Okay. So I got a 2 with
That's
a
a-
modifier 5.
So 7 total.
Yeah, 7.
I mean, as far as you know, you're sneaky.
Yeah.
So you're in a dark corner.
Is it to the extent where like it's as if you see Solid Snake going into the cardboard box?
It's kind of like you're hiding under a candle type thing. It's like, I'm hiding under this candle, the shadows-
Clothing rack.
yeah.
You're in a corner.
I'm in a corner.
You slunk away, but that's
And in this corner, how far? If I were to try to do a running tackle, would I be within that range?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty much. not a large tavern, so pretty much you could cover the length in a turn.
All right. So in Apollo's mind, he's just like, all right. So if something goes down, I just want to be prepared.
You're prepared.
At that point, I stand up and I reach my hand out to shake the hand of the guard, and I say, "I'm sure my colleague here didn't mean to cause offence. My name is Professor Justin Sider, and I would like to just extend an apology to you. I'm sure there's no need for any kind of violence or any kind of misunderstanding.
Give me a persuasion roll.
Natural one.
Yeah.
Is this persuasion or deceit?
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
I think it was both, Jordan.
It's both.
Yep.
You use whichever's higher, I guess.
They're both the same, and it was a natural 20.
Yeah, it was a nat 20.
He claps you on the back like like your best friend. He's
Get him.
like he kind of puts his arm around you. He points at you. See, this guy has some manners. You should learn a thing or two from this guy. Thank you, sir.
I try and hold his beer steady while it's swirling around.
You succeed. It's it's awkward, but it's not splashing anyone anymore.
What's your name, buddy?
My name. What is my name?
He's too drunk to remember.
Yeah,
I'm like, do you want one of mine? I've got loads of them.
All these fake names for giving people.
Yeah.
Mind you, there's also
Still all double entendres.
Mind you, there's also still a full beer on the bar.
And one at the other table. There's just beers everywhere.
Yeah.
That Kevin has kindly paid for. Very
And
nice.
they haven't drunk.
It's like he's setting up some kind of elaborate plot. They've all got different drugs in them.
He pulls out a
Yep.
ping pong ball and it bounces off the bar. And into
Turns
one
out
of
I have a whole brewing kit in my bag.
them. My name's Jeffrey. Who are you?
Professor
Yeah.
Justin Sider.
Nice to meet you, Justin.
It's my pleasure.
You guys have a good day. And he
You
turns
too.
back around to it.
You too. And I pat him on the back quite heftily.
He kind of stumbles forward, but
And
rights
I
himself
turn
and
around.
he does it. He thinks he he didn't even feel you pushing him. He just thought he stumbled.
I sit back down and I look at Kyle's character and say, "What a dick."
I agree.
And then he tells him to pull his pants back up.
Apollo runs up to sit next to Sorran. He's like, yeah, I know he's a dick, right?
The odd guy who's just a man comes running and sits down next to you. Sorran.
I just carry on looking at Kyle's character. You seem a bit distant.
Yeah, I mean, I get that a lot.
Okay, cool.
I mean, most people kind of tend to stay away from me. I'm not that much of a people person.
Well, I'm not most people. I'm just a guy.
Cheers to that. I hold up my mug to.
Yeah, it's Kevin's moniker.
Yeah, to
I'm
cheers.
like, oh, getting empty. Do you want another one?
At this point, Kevin doesn't have a beer. Apollo doesn't have a beer.
Okay.
Yeah.
There is still that empty one, or that one that's on the table.
They're all over the place. Take your pick,
Yeah.
really.
Apollo just runs over to
I-
the bar to get another
Yeah,
beer. And
yeah.
then
I look at Kyle and like, "Do you want another one?" And when he says yes, I send Apollo to the bar. And then I say, "Yes, I'm a professor."
It's like, do you want an IPA or you good? All right.
Whatever.
Oh, they only got mead. You cool with that?
No,
All right,
dude.
cool.
And then I look around and say, "There isn't many rangers in here." Just from what
Yeah,
know.
I mean, minus backstory, my character's done.
Awesome.
Nice.
I walk back over. It's like, it's weird how there aren't many professors in here, huh?
He's
I don't
only
think they like
said
to- I don't think they
mean-
like to hang out with the riffraff. And I just kind of look him up and down.
He's only said I'm Professor blah 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 about 5 times.
I mean, I agree with I agree with the professor. I wouldn't really find too many of them in this bar.
I'm only here because I was staying with a family down the road, Margaret.
They didn't know I was there.
And I think James was trying to come onto me. I think he was looking through my my underwear drawer. I think he might have stolen my lucky wife runs. And I think Margaret thought I was trying to hit on him. It's a bit weird.
That does sound weird. I would definitely leave as well if I were you.
Well, you know,
if I was in your shoes, I would leave.
Yeah, I thought I'd come and get a room here, but you know, it's a bit low class, but it will do.
At that, Judd the Great kind of looks up, eyes you down, goes back to cleaning a glass.
I look him up and say, "I saw that first room."
Apollo's just like, John, I love you here. Don't worry, you're great. You're great. Oh man, he's turning into my other character.
He is. He's turning into Tae Huang.
Yeah, but
The overexcited, hyper
monk.
I look at Kyle and say, "What's your name? And where do you come from?"
Where do you come from? Where do you go?
You can call me Uki.
Do I have to?
Well, unless you can.
That's the kind of name I would give. That's the kind of name I would give to a cat. And I turn around and look at the door.
Well, I mean, it's short for Ulquiorra. Unless you want to continually say that name, Uki is just fine.
You don't want to say Ulquiorra?
Yeah.
I call you ukulele.
Just pretend.
No.
Just pretend he's Irish.
Oh,
Ulquiorra.
Uki,
right.
it's a pleasure to meet you.
All right.
And I turn to look at Apollo, and then turn back.
Okay.
So Jordan,
Yo.
any thoughts on backstory or anything? Do you want to tell us about your?
I mean, in terms of how my character is, so I realized while I was doing this that Tabaxi have stupid names. In fact, I probably still have the page open. I will. Yeah, I'll go ahead and
Is
read
one
you.
of them just Insider or Dick Pound?
I wish they were that simple, but no. So here's one of their first names: Cloud on the Mountaintop.
Okay.
Here's another one.
Yep.
Yeah, here's another one. 5 Timber.
I'm just going to borrow Plowed on the Mountaintop. Hold on.
Not Cloud.
I'm just going to add Plowed
On
on
The mountain.
But yeah, the ones they give are Cloud on the Mountaintop, 5 Timber, Jade Shoe, Left-Handed Hummingbird,
There's another one
7
for Scott.
Thunderclap.
Tiddles.
So those are first names. Then the
Yeah,
last
Fluffy.
clan names are Bright Cliffs, Distant Rain, Mountain Tree, Rumbling River, and Snoring Mountain. So the first names have to generally do with like astrology and crap, and then some other unnecessary bull crap. And the surname generally has to do with geological and geography type locations. So my character's name is One Earth Fallen Tree.
One Earth.
Oh,
Can I just
wow.
call you One?
People
One Earth,
call me Earth.
One.
one love.
One Earth Fallen.
I'm gonna call you Terra.
But, okay.
Terra Firma.
For Uma
Well,
Thurman.
None of you know him yet.
No.
So
Okay.
No.
Never mind. I'm saying this.
But yeah, my character, I mean, the background's a hermit. He just lives off on his own and basically trying to avoid I mean, I guess I kind of got an idea of where the backstory is going to go, but for his own reasons right now, he's been hiding off and yeah. So his character basically doesn't like to share much information. What is it, Scott?
Nothing. If only we had one of those characters already.
I was gonna say, yeah. Well, you know, I already had that part down. Been isolated for so long that I rarely speak, preferring gestures and occasional grunts. So, yeah,
You'll be a great match to follow.
never likes to sit.
Yep.
likes to lean against walls.
Sits looking out of the window.
Yeah,
Has a fetish for professors.
I mean, I'm a ranger, so I'm doing the you know, the trope.
Brooding Ranger
Mhm.
Yeah.
that he did
So you're
last.
Batman.
He is the
Or he's
he's
Green
more
Arrow.
like Catman.
My last character wasn't necessary. I mean, it was brooding, but not brooding in the same regard.
Since no cat has walked into the door, I turn around and carry on drinking.
Well,
so,
my
yeah,
question was, what are you doing in town? How,
well,
what
I'm a
gets you to
cat
the bar?
person, and I heard there was hawk in this name, so I thought there'd be birds I could eat.
There,
I can see that.
there's a good pigeon population. Yeah.
No,
You'll go to the university as well.
It's like turns out the bird population has been extinct there for 3 years.
I've just kind of been moving from place to place recently, and this is just the next area. Just happened to be here.
Okay.
Nothing, and I didn't like pick I'm gonna go to this tavern. I just kind of went by. I saw there was one, and just
And right
kind of
in.
decided to, that was the one. Kind of sit back, lay low, kind of listen to gossip, see what's going on, and then make my way out into the next area.
Whilst he's wandering around outside, I look at Apollo. I keep wanting to call him Orlando. I look at Apollo. And
My friends call me Apple. So
ask if he wants a game of dice.
Sure.
You have that as your specialty, don't you? So you want to make sure you get to use it.
I have a set of weighted dice. Buy in 2 gold.
Of course he does.
Can I make an investigation roll to see if he's a fair dice?
You
No.
could, if he handed you the dice when it's done. You
He's already done
can.
that?
He hasn't handed you the dice. You haven't paid 2
Okay.
gold. Not that I'm
Oh.
aware of. Did you hand him the dice?
No,
No.
yeah. I put 2 gold down on the table though.
Okay.
You can roll a. What is it? I gotta look. It would be
Can I
Insight,
can I
I would
ask him?
imagine.
insight. Yes, that's the one I was looking for. You could roll an insight to see if you think he's being genuine.
Okay, insight.
Do I need to make a deception check? Is that what I need to do?
Yeah, you would have to if he is rolling insight. You
All right, so I don't have any modifiers for insight, but
Okay.
I rolled
Straight roll.
16.
Ooh, I rolled a
25. No.
a 16.
Yeah.
So do we trick each other?
And turns out you were looking at my crotch all the time. That's not where I've got the dice.
Oh, my professor.
That wins. That's just gonna be the phrase of the my
It's like the new Hello Nurse.
Right.
You can tell there's something fishy about this dice game, but you cannot tell what it is.
A cat walks in.
After your 20 minutes of talking to this man, you realize there's probably something up.
If I do a sleight of hand roll, can I influence the way I throw these dice?
I don't believe so. Scott,
Like as opposed to just throwing it to be a random chance. There's like
the
you
thing
can
is,
spin the dice to be a certain like.
but they're weighted. So how weighted dice works is they're
That's
supposed
true.
to
Yeah.
fall.
So
at
the
a
way
certain
the game works is I choose a number and I roll the dice, and if it hits that number, I win. If it hits
See-
any other number, you win.
Now-
you can obviously tell I don't gamble.
If you have your own set of dice, you could sleight of hand your dice into the roll.
What
you
if
would
it's the
have
same
to-
number.
He just looks down like, that's 2 gold pieces. That's not my dice.
Yeah.
Do you have a dice set in your inventory?
No, but I have 2 short swords I'd like to introduce him to.
Roll some initiative. No, I mean
Nah.
that's up to you. PvP.
That or one really, really good deceit check.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Yep, that looks like my dice.
I have a forgery kit, so like maybe I could like change the dots on the die. No, I guess
You'd
I'll just.
have to really, really distract Jet. I mean,
Sorry,
Sora.
did you get the did you take the criminal path as well?
I took the spy path.
Oh, okay.
That's the subclass of the criminal background.
Which
It's-
also
my
comes
actions are
with a
leg-
set of-
my actions are
a set of
legitimized,
weighted
yeah.
dice.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
comes with weighted dice.
Or
I don't know
cards.
if-
Wait,
I
is
don't
that
think
in the
spy
is that in the burglar pack?
It probably is.
I think it's in the criminal. pack, whatever
Well,
that is.
I didn't write it down, so I don't have it. I guess I'll put down 2 gold.
No.
I figure just it's for fun. So
Yeah.
He
it
already
is.
bought like 20 people drinks. Why not?
Yeah. Why not blow all your gold on the first?
I have like
day?
100 gold. I'm good.
I say that the dice are going to roll a 7.
All right.
Scott,
And then
Scott, give me a sleight of hand. It does take skill to use a weighted set of dice. Make it look real.
10.
There is an odd little click when you roll it, but it kind of gets lost in the roll. It comes up 7.
Okay.
Oh, unlucky. And I grabbed the 2 gold, put it in my... Another hand?
No.
Okay.
Door opens and in walks the cat person.
Hey, is that cat you were talking about?
Yeah.
I wasn't talking about cat.
Okay.
Jordan, do you want? I mean, you've heard the description of the place. You know, there's
Yeah,
one.
no, I go to kind of an isolated table. Like I said, I'm mainly here. I'm just gonna listen to gossip and stuff going on.
You sit down and there's already a beer in front. It's full.
and a room key.
And a room key. Yeah, that's right. And a room key.
Yeah.
Right next
I
to
want to
it.
see if there's a note saying to meet him at a certain time.
There's
No,
just
we-
a piece of yarn heading up
Yeah.
the stairs.
Yeah.
Sadly,
My
didn't get that
character's
far.
Getting kind of like slightly paranoid almost.
Okay.
Not sure this is like a...
I walk over, sit down, say, I've been expecting you.
I reach over for one of my short swords. I don't like pull it, but I just kind of put my hand on the hilt, and I just kind of glance over and I just let him, continue talking.
I said, there's no need for that. I am Professor Mike Wiener.
Professor.
It's nice to meet you, and I reach out a hand.
I kind of look at it for a second and I reach out and grab it. Pleasure, Wiener.
The pleasure's all mine.
Oh,
Well, full of Freudian slips today.
Yeah, Freudian.
Right.
So what brings you to town? Don't get many of rangers around here.
Yeah, I didn't know we were gonna go. I'm a traveler.
Is there something wrong with your throat?
Yeah. Yeah, here's ball.
I push the beer towards him.
Look at his balls. It's about to start before he walks back over.
You're like
Like halfway up, and he's like, ah, dang.
tongue
Is
half
the,
extended.
Is the
End of the world.
leaflet still on the table that Kyle walked in with?
No, I took it with me when I moved to the other table.
Can I
Okay.
do a can I do a sneak onto
Kevin,
Kyle
shut up.
to get the poster?
Do what?
To get the poster from Kyle.
Don't you? I believe you already have a copy of it. You can steal
Wait, I have
Kyle's
a
if you
copy?
want,
Okay.
but you got from the dwarf and the elf.
Can I
Remember?
still steal it from Kyle?
You can try. You definitely can.
I mean,
try.
I'm looking at it, so
Pretty much, you're gonna have to. Yeah.
It's going to be a difficult one.
I love the
Yeah.
idea of him just holding it and it's just not there. He's like,
give me a sleight of hand roll.
On second thought, Apollo's like, he already doesn't like me. It's probably not a good idea to steal something that's right in front of him.
Not only right in front of
that
him,
he's
but
literally
he's,
holding.
like
Looking
at, reading, staring.
So, I guess I walk over to Sorran.
As he walks over, I'm explaining to the cat person. I was staying in a house with Edwina and John, and I'm
Edwina?
sure that Edwina was looking through my underwear drawer.
Shame.
I think she stole my pants.
British pants.
John kept
yeah.
giving me the eye. It's a bit weird. Anyway,
No.
what brings you? Oh, hello again. This is Apollo. Watch out. for him.
Hi.
Wait, more.
It's about
So-
right.
So Apollo's social anxiety is about to kick in. So
Oh no.
Are you imposing a will save on yourself?
And he's allergic to cats.
He likes to write characters with social anxiety.
Because they're
Then
He really
just wants
does.
to play.
So I slap the poster down on the table, and I pose a question to Sorran and this new.
I pull out my sword and immediately start stabbing it.
What Jordan? What was your character's name again?
You
You
I've
don't know
never
it.
asked him.
Oh
Yeah.
You don't know. He's a random cat person that came
Yeah,
in
Okay.
2 minutes ago.
So I'm more directing this to Sorran because I don't think I've asked him yet. And kind of indirectly towards this new character just to see if they'd be
Who
open to the
disappeared?
idea.
Magic.
Oh, whoa. So I'm Sorran. Do you want to go on an
Fly in.
adventure? Oh wait, no, I did ask him. Do you want to go on an adventure again?
I pull the poster out from under his hand and read it. What does
This
it
is
say?
what I meant by adventure, by the way, the last time.
What
I
does
know
it-
there was no context.
It's a standard poster. It says Hog's Face Tavern. Brightest, strongest, apply within.
Um,
I'm looking for a crew. I'm looking.
I
I'm
still kind of ignore him. I call over whatever the great
Judd?
Judge.
Judge
Judge
the Great.
Yeah, he comes over. What can I do for you?
What can you tell us about this?
Mind you, Apollo's still kind of behind Sorran, like explaining the rules and stuff.
I start trying to
still ignoring
stand up to make my way out.
Okay. You
And make it good. He's leaving.
We've been having some issues. We're looking for a group of adventurers, but it's mighty dangerous. We've sent in 2 crews already and
What's
haven't heard
the,
a word.
And
What's
my
the
kitty cat ears perk up and I
Yeah.
kind of start
What's the
listening.
reward? A saucer of milk.
Catnip.
All the milk you could drink. Loads of cat. No. There's a
Tons of nips.
substantial reward. We do good business here.
What are we talking about? What's causing the trouble?
Well,
Guys with social anxiety.
Apparently.
it's our basement. Something's down there, man. Every time I used to have a partner here. He used to help me out. Every time I'd send him down, though, he came back kind of scared, kind of spooked, and
A partner?
a partner in the business. He half owned the
Okay.
place.
The business?
Yes, the Hog's Face Tavern.
Anal.
Oh, I
We're
see.
currently in.
Okay, cool.
And then
Did he die down there?
one day he just never came back. I don't know if he's dead. I'm not going down there. That's what the adventurer.
What did your gut say?
I doubt he's still around. But hey, more money for me, right? Still.
What else is in the basement?
I mean, it's where we kept our extra ale. We got to keep it in back now, but that's all I know. I haven't gone down there, and anyone I sent down there,
So this is happening in
Come
the
back.
basement of that tavern.
right downstairs.
Okay.
Do you hear any
Hey.
noises?
As you look over, you notice a door that's obviously to the back or to somewhere else that's barred, locked with chains. No noises, no nothing. It's silent down there. Just don't want to go down there.
I interject and ask him, how many days has it been since someone went down there?
Been about a week since the last one.
And
Last
that was the
group
last.
down?
What was the last time you heard any noise coming down from there?
I haven't heard noise coming from down there. You got to go outside the building, around back. There's a entrance down there. You don't.
Oh, it's like a storm cellar.
Yeah.
Okay. So I look over to Sorran and be like, "Sounds like a serious problem." Like, you think we
Does.
should
I'm a
try it?"
professor.
In my professional opinion.
And I'm a rogue. What's your point?
Well, I'm not really an adventurer.
You know magic,
Professor.
right? Most professors seem to know magic for some reason.
I just glare at him a little bit.
So that means you do have magic, right?
Because something's magically making me attracted to you and they make out.
Why don't we
I
go up
slide
to
my actual room key on the table.
Why don't we take this to the next level?
I turn around and I say, look, I'm a professor. If you can find someone else to come along on this adventure with us. I will, and there's 4 of us. I will, and one of them's a
And
cat.
at 1.5.
And
Paul's
someone
like,
else wants to join.
Paul's like, well, great. I've been here for 4 hours, and you're the first person I recruited.
Whoa! You haven't recruited me. I just assumed you needed a leader.
I am the leader.
What?
I asked Judge first.
I'm out.
Wait, don't go. Okay, we can be co-leaders.
I'm a professor. What do you do?
I kill people for a living.
Well, then I'm the thinker, clearly.
Yeah, but you don't have the street smarts.
I was born on the streets, Apollo.
I'm
What's
still
your
on the
creed?
streets.
If you can round up some more people, then I'll do it for a storytelling class.
All right, I know the ultimate way of recruiting people. Watch this.
Is there a professor?
Worked last time.
I'm still a professor.
I walk over to Kyle. Sorry, I can't remember how to pronounce your character's name.
Ukulele.
Uki.
Yeah, Uki.
Cookie.
I walk over to him.
I only remember because, God, it's going to sound bad to say, but there was my mom worked with somebody and their son's name was Lucas. And he had a really, really bad speech impediment. So he called himself Uki. He go, I'm Uki. And I just always remember that.
That's not,
There you go.
you started it off bad, saying it was bad, and that's not, there's nothing bad about that story.
But it's going to just sound like that's how I don't know, just thinking of that's how I think of the person. That's just how I remember the name, as opposed to I don't think of him as the kid with the speech impediment.
So
I wasn't until you said that.
No, but that's why in my mind I was like, this could sound bad.
Yeah, and probably once we start up next week, we'll have our names in roll 20.
yeah.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, and we'll have actual,
Speech impediments.
Yeah.
actual characters on the board, things like that. Well, it's
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I walk over to Uki.
Yep.
And how full is this beer?
Are you gonna steal it?
Well, have you been drinking it much since Sorran? I keep wanting to call you Jed since Sorran switched him because he did
What are you
switch him.
trying to say?
Not a damn thing.
Is it close to empty or?
It's empty.
All right.
It's empty.
So I walk over to where Jordan's character was, grab that beer, walk back, be like, "Hey, here's a free beer."
That occurs.
All right.
I look at Jordan's character and I say, "Do you want a beer?"
No, thank you.
Apollo, one beer, please, Apollo. I don't look at him. I just hold my hand up and shout one beer.
I'm
Apollo,
not the
and-
bartender, man.
One beer, Apollo. Thanks.
All right. So you go back to the bar, grab the beer for Jordan's character, and then walk back to Uki.
Another beer, Apollo.
That happens again. So I finally
You're
sit
down
to
like 5 gold net now.
Yeah.
Yeah. If not more, he's probably down like 10 by now.
Yeah. I think I'm at like 87.
It's all on his tab, really.
Wait, how do you have
don't
so
wanna
much
see
gold?
Because thief roll 10 D5 or D4.
Oh, did you include that with the equipment or?
Yeah. That's what it said to do for on the.
That's all right. I'll
thing.
have most of that by the day's done. It's fine.
I was gonna say I started out with freaking 5 gold.
Yeah, it's supposed to be one or the other, but no worries.
It is for me. I've got 5 gold.
So I guess like after 20 minutes of this happening, trying to get beer for. So I guess Soren's table just has like a round of like 8 beers.
And so do all of the tables next to it.
Pretty much every table in the bar now has beer at least.
So I walk over to Uki, and I'm the only person in the bar without a beer.
Okay.
So like I just asked him directly, like, "Hey man, like, I'm trying to get a crew together. You seem like you're capable of like keeping it together. Like, you seem like a capable fighter. Just
That I
asking you,
am?
like, if we split the treasure, would you be interested in joining our party?"
Well, I mean, that is why I came to this bar. Is I saw this flyer that they were looking for to hire
Alright,
people.
so are you in?
Yep.
All right, it's nice to have you on the team. I grab him by the arm. I grab him by the arm, and start running towards Sorran and be like, "Hey, I got a recruit."
Kyle, is that what happens, or is there gonna be a strength contest
yeah,
or
roll
anything?
strength. Yeah.
Yeah, you're gonna have to roll a strength
All right.
roll, both of you.
Hopefully I get high.
As
Nice.
he turns around and says, "Sorran, I've got a recruit." I turn around to watch.
No,
I got a nat 20.
I got a 3.
He's an unmovable force. You grab his arm, and it's like trying to move a boulder.
Well, I mean,
So I'm just yelling at Sorran like, "Sorran, I got one."
Yeah, looks like it.
I'm walking over slowly.
I'm like getting dragged behind you.
No, you bolted off, and I just walk slowly.
I look at the Catman and say,
Catman.
What are you thinking? Are you in?
No thanks.
No, why not? Got something better to do?
Nope.
Got something worse to do?
Probably.
Scared of the dark?
Nope. See just fine in it.
Scared of the light?
No.
Okay. Suit yourself. If you don't say yes, he's going to come and talk to you.
Who's he?
Just let Apollo come walking
I
up.
keep quiet. Yeah, I don't say a word.
At that moment, Apollo's like, "Sword, you got one?"
I told you to get the group together.
It looks like you're talking to a dude.
Nice to meet you, Ookie Dookie.
Yeah, Professor.
I just nod.
Professor.
Dookie.
Dookie. I don't know what to do.
Well, you've only got
Obviously, my
I gotta stay in
9
character, Kevin. My character wouldn't just be like, "Yeah, sure, I'll go."
Yeah.
It's
How
just for using the cliche, you start in a tavern.
How about?
I
That's
slip
how I
him
roll.
5 gold under the table. They're like, "Now,
No, nobody knows where it is.
Yeah.
You are? Okay, sleight of hand.
under the to him."
I think he's passing 5 gold.
Yeah, I was passing it to him.
Yeah, but you are you trying to hide it from the other group
No.
members, or?
I think it's more just to make it look like it's a bribe.
Okay. No,
Is that to me then?
I was trying to make a stupid joke,
Oh, okay.
but I do want to slide him the 5.
Can I do a perception to see if this is happening?
he's not hiding it. You see it.
Okay.
It's in plain view.
I
Yeah, man,
say to the cat, how about before you take his money, we set him a little challenge, see if he's capable.
Consider this: the coins are chocolate.
I point at the man over at the bar, the drunk man, and I say, how about if he's a rogue? How about if he steals his gold pouch? You say yes.
I'm interested. Mainly because I want to see him get punched, but sure,
Both
let's
to
make
win.
a game of it.
All right, just gonna.
I could
preemptively
use a
check.
reward. If not, I'll get to see a man get knocked out.
So would that be sleight of hand or stealth?
Yes.
What are
Yeah.
you doing?
That is a yes.
Are you sneaking up to him?
Well, I want to try to sneak up to him and then pickpocket him.
Yeah, that'd be stealth and then sleight of hand.
Before you go,
So I gotta
before you
do
go,
2
Apollo,
rolls?
Before you go, Apollo, his
Okay.
money's in his back pocket.
Okay, can I make a perception check to see if he's bullshitting me?
You could either make a perception check to look to see if you could see the gold there, or you can do a insight to see if he's
Isn't it
lying.
Wisdom versus deceit.
Well, either way, they're both 0, so I'm just gonna try to see if he's bullshitting me and confront him about it.
Okay, so roll Jed, is that deceit? Or...
17.
Stop calling me Jed.
Sorry.
I got a 17.
I got a 24.
Stop rolling higher than me.
He's definitely in his back pocket. I heard it as he came in.
He's
Alright, so
telling the truth.
Am I sufficiently convinced that he's telling the truth?
You completely. You.
Regardless, the fact you see a giant bag on the man's pocket. With
Yeah.
Well, it could be anything.
Apollo, I'm a professor.
Okay.
He's like holding it in his hands, like, huh?
It has the classic dollar
Sign. Says, all my gold.
It just says gold, yeah.
All right. Let me do my fucking.
All right. So what are you doing? You said you're sneaking up behind him. You're just.
I want to get one of the crates that they use for like fruit and stuff. Put that over my body like Solid Snake. And sneak up to him.
Well,
I forgot you like to do the Scott thing of overcomplicating things.
They don't really have any fruit crates out in the front bar area.
They're all in the basement.
Yeah.
There we go.
Because I don't see any crates in the tavern. Do I see any curtains?
Sure. There can be curtains on the.
Can I do
one of them?
Can I do a stealth roll to see if I can pull the curtains off without anyone noticing?
Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
Crap. It's like all the supports just collapse on you.
Yeah.
I got a natural 1.
Yes.
You pull, and you're looking around, and no one's looking at you.
You hang yourself.
You try and pull it quickly, and you know, at first tug, that's in there pretty strong. So you tug again harder.
That's how I am at first tug. Oh.
And when you do that, the entire fixture and everything that it's attached comes clanging down. When that happens, part of it swings and breaks the window. That was right there. Everybody sees it. Everybody
no one
turns.
looks. Yeah.
Can I do a sneak roll to jump through the window without anyone to see?
I will be right back.
Everybody's staring at you.
Am I under the
cannot
curtains?
do a sneak.
Can they see me physically, or am I under the curtains?
No, you like pulled it down like this, so like it's in your hands, but you're like.
Is there anybody next to me, like in terms of like tavern goers?
Not really. You're kind of near the table with the 2 people. They were talking quietly to each other. They're now looking at you.
What do I have?
What do you have?
A serious issue.
I have common clothes. I have a forgery kit. I have a burglar's pack and a disguise kit. Can I disguise myself?
While everybody's staring at you?
Yes.
No. Well, no. I take that back. You can.
Yeah.
But everybody in the bar will know that it's you.
Yeah.
What
a
if
disguise
I were
kit
to,
takes like
what if I were
10
to put
to
the
an
disguise
hour.
kit in such a way that it looks like I'm pulling a disguise off while I'm
What if you crawled under the curtain and it looked like someone else popped out the other side?
Could I do that? Could that be performance?
You'd have to be under there a long time.
What if I turn this into a performance? What if I do that?
So what you're trying to do is basically put the curtain up and come down a different person?
No, okay, so what I want to do, I want to make it a performance. Make it seem like I wanted to do that.
He's trying to do a magic trick.
Oh, like with the curtain, you wanted the curtain to look like it was on purpose.
Yeah.
Yep.
Roll a performance?
Why
Mr.
did I say
Wiener,
performance?
this might have
It's
been the
-1.
greatest deal I've ever made.
I got a 12, so that's 11 with my modifier.
I look back at the cat and say, I think it's only going to get better.
For like the first time in like the past 10 years, my character lets his guard down and rotates all the way around to just fully enjoy the spectacle.
So you got a 12 total, you said?
11 total.
Oh, wow.
That changes.
All right, so you kind of give it a couple little flourishes. So the table that's kind of closest to you kind of look at each other confused because you're like a ta-da, big loudly, and they kind of look at each other and a couple claps and then go back to talking to each other. Everyone goes back to what they were doing.
I walk over to Judd. Be like, I know you're angry, and
you broke my window. You know you're paying for that, right? It's already on your tab.
How much is my tab?
Do you want to know now?
A little bit.
Pulls out a paper.
We're about to have
starts
even money.
rolling the paper. It's still going. Still going. Still
Yep,
going.
even money.
You're looking at a couple hundred gold right now.
After 87 drinks in a broken window.
Yeah, I'd say that's a couple hundred.
Good thing you're about to rob somebody.
Right? All right. How about I make you a deal?
If I can rob this guy.
You see that guy over there? He's not looking. He has that big dollar sign.
Dollar store bag. Yeah.
Dollar sign bag on his back.
I see a gentleman at the bar. I don't
Give
see
me
any
5
dollars on
minutes.
him.
Give me 5 minutes.
But how is that a deal?
That's what Judd is wondering. How is that
Yeah.
a deal?
I'll get you your money.
It's a tab. You pay when you leave at the end. I know you'll get me my money. Your money.
All right. What I need you to do right now,
Where's the deal? I'm waiting for the deal.
I'll pay you all the money.
Good deal. I like that deal. Thank you.
All I need from you, Judd, is to turn around for the next 5 minutes
Whoa.
Ooh.
and not look into the tavern.
His
And pull your
eyes kind of flutter towards the giant battle axe on the wall next to him. It's like, that's not gonna happen.
Do I have persuasion?
Do you?
You can always try.
Hopefully.
Oh, I have -1 persuasion. Can I convince him to pray with a religion status?
What?
What?
I'm curious to hear where his thought is on this one.
Yeah,
Same.
no, explain.
I'll just be stupid.
All right. He just has a high religion score and wanted to use it.
Yeah.
I have +1 religion.
Is that your
That's
highest
not
stat?
high.
Now my high stats, I have 3 5s in sleight of hand, stealth, and acrobatics.
There you go. I don't know why you didn't just walk up and sleight of hand him, but
Yeah.
Alright.
it's a fun show. So
It really is.
Because I'm trying to think of like the most craziest situation I can get myself in.
you're
I mean, I'm pretty sure that's
Doing
going to
a
happen
good
when we go to
job.
the basement.
How about this? If I can get that crew and vanquish whatever's down in the basement, you can take whatever share I get and use it to pay for the window.
okay. That was probably gonna happen anyway.
All right.
You're paying for that window.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
So I finished talking to Judd. Has Judd like walked to another customer at this point?
He's just still kind of standing there. I mean, there's no one really at the bar asking for drinks or anything. It's just kind of he's standing there.
What I'm asking is he preoccupied with like something like cleaning or something right now at this point?
Yeah, he's not necessarily paying attention to you. He kind of shut off contact with you after saying,
All right,
pay for that window.
from the bar stool, how far am I from that man with the fat stacks?
no.
While this is happening, I look at the cat and say, I think we need a different rogue.
Probably about 15, 20 feet.
All right.
I think I overheard him saying he was going to lead your party.
I'm a professor.
Where's Gilligan?
I see
Marianne?
down.
I'm gonna try to make a stealth roll to sneak up on him.
Okay.
13
He's finally
plus
getting back
5,
to the job at
18.
hand.
18?
So 18, yeah.
You're quiet.
So no one else sees me, aside from the people who know what's going on, right?
That just saw you tear down a window and go.
And now they just don't know me.
As far as you know, no one can really see you. The people watching you can see you, but
Okay, but nobody who doesn't know about what I'm doing.
the gentleman in question does not see you as far as you
Okay,
know.
so now I gotta make a stealth sleight of hand.
You would have to, yes.
15 plus 5, so
Um,
20.
DM, while
Yes.
he's doing his sleight of hand check, can
Yes.
I cast Hershey Square, please.
What did you cast?
Who are you
Hershey-
casting that on?
The man at the bar.
Wait, don't...
Yeah,
The guard captain.
yeah.
Okay, so what was your sleight of hand roll?
15 plus a 5 modifier. So 20.
All right, so when do you cast it?
As he's reaching down to
Oh, you.
secure the goods.
So like, how in depth is he?
He's
Like
literally
mid-reach.
just reaching the back pocket.
I'm
Okay,
like wrist length in.
Yeah,
Ah.
his hands are on the back pocket.
your hand starts sliding in his back pocket.
He does have to
As
make a Constitution save. This fella, DC 14.
that's a good point, actually.
So what spell are you using, Scott?
Hershey's Hershey Squirt. This one's called.
I've never. Oh, you roll. Okay, yeah. I've never heard of the spell. So,
What's the save?
are you gonna make this guy poop himself?
I think he is.
Scott, what's the save?
DC 14 Wisdom.
Okay, so you're reaching in. As you reach into the pocket, suddenly it's a little warmer than you expected. Just slightly. There's no gold. At least not in the pocket.
I didn't check first to see which pocket I was going into.
You did not check anything. You reached for his back pocket. There's no gold.
At least
Just
in
a
that
nice-
pocket, there is another pocket.
Yeah.
Just a nice, warm sensation on your hand. You don't.
Is there anything physically on my hand right now?
It feels slightly damp, like
Yeah.
like the gentleman had
I roll-
something
can
wet
I
in his
roll-
pocket or something.
Can I roll a stealth roll to see if the guy notices my hand in his back pocket?
Or the fact that he pooed
The
himself.
fact that
Yeah. I would probably roll
He-
stealth to get away, if anything.
I want that gold.
He's still drinking his drink, enjoying himself.
I
This
look
must
at
happen often
Scott's
enough that he
character.
ignores it.
You are a professor.
Give me a.
Yep,
give
I
me
agree as well.
Give me a perception check, Kev.
He has disadvantage against. So this spell.
Oh god damn it!
gives
Natural ones.
this spell gives the person disadvantage on their next attack.
Oh wait, no, I didn't finish.
Yeah.
So I'm
rolling. I got a
assuming that
9.
would probably
Never
be disadvantage on their next save.
Yeah.
It didn't finish rolling. I got a 9.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Is that what are your bonuses?
9 plus 5 or what's your...
For perception,
Yes.
0.
9. Something's starting to smell off, but you're just could be something being burnt in the kitchen. Could be anything really.
So I don't know that he shit his pants.
You have no clue, and you know what? He has no clue that he shit himself.
Okay. So as
Your
long as he
hand just
doesn't
suddenly got
realize-
warm and a bit squishy.
So
More-
I take my hand-
For the record, your hand was in his pocket, and he shit himself, so it hasn't touched the actual poop. Just a little bit of the poop juice might have gotten on your hand that seeped through the pocket.
He also had a hole in
Little
it. Oh.
All right, I'm gonna try to sleight of hand, put my other hand in his pocket while I try to pull my other hand out of his pocket.
Dang it,
The
Kevin.
Are
same
you-
pocket.
Wait, the
What?
same. Wait, what?
Yeah, I think he's trying to do the Indiana Jones thing, but with his hands.
Yep.
Is that what?
No, I'm trying to get the other pocket.
Oh,
Okay, so you're trying to give him a reach around
so
while
you're-
squeezing
you're
his body.
dual.
Yep.
I put
Alright,
I put one hand in as I try to pull the other one out.
Yeah, okay.
All right, light a hand.
All right. 3 plus 5 is so it's 8. I don't like that he's taking so long.
Yep.
Well, I gotta roll and stuff.
Yep, Kevin, do you have the link for Roll20?
No. Yeah.
Alright. We're all in here now,
so-
and you can roll on there.
Okay. I didn't realize you guys were in there.
You reach into the pocket and you feel something in the pocket. You know, it feels
Okay.
like a money bag.
All
As
right.
you're as you're slowly, try to take it out of the pocket.
Mm-hmm.
There's a hand on your wrist.
Holy crap! He had a hand in his pocket.
A little bit quicker than you would imagine for a drunk person,
Okay.
but it is his hand, and he shouts, "What do you think you're doing?"
You're just so attractive.
Let me think about the stupidest way I could get out of this situation.
Is that what you say to him? 'Cause
No, this is in my head.
That's probably up there.
Probably, yeah.
I want to make a religion check and try to convince him to join Mormonism. No.
What?
the
Let me
only thing right
I'll
now.
try-
Go ahead.
Let me try a persuasion check and say I saw him shit his pants and I was trying to help him clean up.
Okay.
I think
Give
it's
me
a deceit check.
a roll.
Yeah,
Deceit check.
pretty sure that's
Should I do
deceit.
deceit? All right, that works
He-
better for me because I get +1 from that.
He did see him shit his pants. No, that's deceit. Yeah.
Yeah, no, deceit's that
All
he
right,
tried to help.
17, 18. So 18.
18 to wipage.
He completely glosses over the fact that you're reaching into the front pocket to help him clean. I didn't shit myself. You shut the fuck up. And he throws your hand away from you.
Oh,
Your
wait,
other
wait.
hand is
Wait,
up.
wait. As he throws my hand out, can I make a sleight of hand check to see if I grab the money as he pulls my hand out?
Go for it.
Who crapped in my pants?
I was gonna say that until he mentioned it.
So
right?
13
Yeah.
plus 18.
13 plus 18?
Or 13 plus 5 is 18.
18. Okay. Yeah, you are able to pull out the pouch. Unfortunately, he's looking at you at the time, so he sees you pull the money out of his pouch,
Okay.
and you are now holding the gentleman's money with him staring at you, holding his money. And I think that's where we're gonna end it for today, guys.
Oh.
That is our nice little cliffhanger for this week.
Yeah, he's got a hanger on
Yep,
it.
sounds good.
I gotta say, not where I thought things were gonna go, but I'm
Nope.
happy with
You mean
what
you
happened.
didn't expect a guard to crap himself, Kevin to try and rob him after breaking a window, and
The pooping his pants I expected.
Okay.
You didn't take into account that I'm the wild card in this game session.
he
You're
is.
not who I
Yep.
expected was gonna be the wild card in this game. I will
It's
give
based
you
on
that.
the few conversation we had beforehand. That would not have what.
No, more based off of the rest of the group's previous
Okay,
previous
okay.
experience with them. I kind of expected other people to be wilder, but hey, I like it a lot.
Well, I mean, if
Yeah.
I didn't know he was a guard, I would have totally killed him.
I
I was waiting for my chance to kill someone. Like, I was just
On
like,
it. Honestly, Kyle, I threw him in there as a combat for you to kill.
Yeah.
But
Sorry.
you know.
Sorry, Kyle.
Yeah.
Nothing says he can't do it now. She's conflict's about to happen.
A bit.
Cliffhanger, what's gonna
We're
happen?
at a cliffhanger now, yeah.
I mean, we'll probably
Yeah.
start the next episode. The conflict will start, and then we'll kill him.
Yeah, probably.
Most likely.
Maybe he'll shit all over everyone, and then
I
it's
won't. Yeah, that's the only spell I've got.
a giant poop monster comes out of his ass, and you're fighting a poop golem. What fucking movie was that with the poop golem?
No idea.
No idea.
I know it was Conquers for Bad Fur Day.
Yeah,
that had
say
something like
Conquers-
that.
Or the Great
Yeah.
Mighty Pooh.
All right. Well, thanks
game.
everybody for joining us. We'll be here next week, same bat time, same bat channel. Thank you
Bad.
for. I don't know because it's from the '70s Batman cartoon.
Oh, okay.
Join us
Yeah,
same bat
but-
time.
Yeah.
Why? Is my
I
more
don't-
than okay?
Why not?
Cat.
Exactly.
Cat that we still haven't found out the name of.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Pretty much. Who
We've
is
gotten to know Paulo very well. More so than I expected.
You got to know Jed quite. I mean, sorry,
Yeah.
Jed.
Yep.
I thought you were
Exactly.
Mr. Wiener.
I am.
Mr.
I'm
Icy Wiener?
I'm also Dick Pound.
Keep
and
in
No.
mind, I'm only in this
And Justin
situation because
Cider.
of you.
Yeah, but you did introduce yourself to me as Wiener.
Mike Weiner, yeah.
I'm only in the situation because Scott's dumb character was like, "Oh, you should do this."
And you believe him. It's great.
I mean,
You say you're only in this situation, but then you're like, I'm gonna go and try and do something with the freaking
The curtain.
I don't know what.
I did that last playthrough, our last campaign.
playthrough. He's
I
playing.
mean, that
new
was the
games
thing.
for
I
us.
thought, great,
Yeah.
I can get him near his back pocket, and I can use this. And then he went walking in a different direction to do something. I don't know what that was.
That was the perfectly
Yeah.
timed natural one. I have to say.
Yeah.
Followed by
Definitely
2
was.
more natural.
Why did I
ones.
get like 4 natural ones?
Yeah.
this game?
You pulled a Kirk.
Don't use
He
that
did.
app again.
Yeah.
No, next week we'll be on Roll20, so no problem. Thanks.
Those dice are weighted.
Yeah.
Yep.
Jen, did you give him? I'm sorry, Sorran, did you give him?
Check it
No.
out. Snake eyes.
Can I just also apologise to chat who are all leaving because of the poop juice?
Oh.
Oh.
I mean, you're in for more of that if you stay tuned.
I just
Like,
say I apologize to him if they stayed that long.
Should apologize to Apollo. He has poop juice on his hands.
You don't
You
really
should say poop juice. I
realize.
would do like the ba-da-da-ba-da-da-da. Yeah, like the end of the Goof Troop song.
Yeah.
Poop juice.
Yeah.
Okay, no more poop
alright.
juice until next week,
Yes, exactly. Well, thanks for joining me, guys.
where it will be
Sure.
affectionately known as Bumwee.
Bumweek. I like.
Probably.
I like Bumwee. Did you just say?
Yeah, I did, but then I thought about it. I'm not sure how I feel about it.
He's only okay with Bumwee.
Yeah, I mean, I'm
Yeah.
on the fence.
As long
about
as it's
that.
on his chest.
Yes, or face, but I have to have Saran wrap.
And a straw.
Goggles. Goggles and a snorkel.
Oh. All right, guys.
Right,
Well,
that's enough. That's enough.
thanks
Yeah.
to my fellow gamers, Jordan,
Hey.
TrueFriendsGaming, Kyle, also TrueFriendsGaming and ChibiKy Plays, ScottDogGaming, Kevin from TrueFriendsGaming,
Hey.
Kala. We'll see you next week, but she'll be there too from
Club
Club
Games.
Brace yourself, Carla.
And our dungeon master, Jesse from PlayerTwoInsertCoin.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jesse.
Yeah. Thanks for joining me. And thanks for joining us out there. Hopefully we'll see you next week. Maybe. Possibly.
Bye.
Bye.
All right, everybody.